What's going on, everybody? Doc Average Gamer Guys back yet again. Escape from Tarkov. We're doing some weapon testing today. This is a gun that I have seen has gotten a little bit more use lately, and I think it's gotten some earlier wipe buffs that may be bringing it more into and closer to meta territory. Not sure if it's quite there yet. I personally don't think so, but we're going to give it another run. I've actually done a weapon testing on this gun before. We're going to be given 300 MCX Blackout a go. Let's see how we do. All right, so first and foremost, let's talk about the weapon system here a little bit. I've got what ends up being a pretty solid meta build, I think, across the board. Now, certainly there's some small adjustments you can do here. If you're new to the series, you know I am a big fan of recoil reduction over pure ergonomics, but we try to balance the two as best we can. Certainly, optic choices and things like that, that is purely up to you. How we're looking at this is I have a essentially kind of CQB slash mid-range build here with our essentially our red dot on it, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna see if we can try out a little bit longer range build, maybe on a different map. Probably gonna head to customs first and then over to woods. We've got two of these set up. If you're not familiar with the series, we basically take these guns in, we try to push them PvP, we see what happens. That's what we're looking at. So here's the build. These are exactly identical with the exception of the color of our buttstock as well as the optic choices, obviously. So we're sitting pretty nice. 47 total ergonomics, should get up and down pretty quick. That should be pretty decent. 48 vertical recoil on 122 horizontal recoil is actually really not bad. That's pretty solid across the board. What we're using is the SRD 76-2. Obviously, this is a pretty much preferred option with the additional T-lock and this TBP 2-port brake, muzzle brake we get to throw on in addition to that. So the nice part ends up being is you get to stack up essentially these three things. Your T-lock doesn't do anything, but you get to stack these two together with your suppressor, which really does help you. The ergonomics hit on this isn't great, but it's also not the worst. So this is a really good balance, I think, of ergonomics as well as, again, recoil control. I go RK1 here. You could certainly swap this out. We could go the B25 and get a little bit more, but I don't think the money necessarily is worth it. And this should be a pretty solid build. You can do some different foregrip options here too, and pistol grips if you want to do that. Also, your choice of laser designator slash flashlight is up to you. But this is a pretty good build, I think. Pretty solid all the way around. So that's how we're sitting. Where can you pick this bad boy up from? That's a great question. I believe I'm wrong with my first pick. Where did I even buy this weapon from? Here we go. That just goes to show you how much I have not used this thing. So you can pick this up from Mr. Skier at level 2 for a barter, which in all honesty, this isn't a terrible barter. You're looking at 28K for that. GPXs are definitely a little bit more expensive, but have come down in price. You're better off actually doing the barter than buying this weapon straight up. As you can see, that would cost you about 60-ish K or so, give or take, to do those. If you wanted to actually buy it, you're gonna have to get him to level 3, and then you're dropping 94K on it. You can buy 2 per reset, and you can get 2 per the barter on level 2. Now, the big question with this gun overall ends up being ammo availability. So it uses your standard AR mags. You can see we have the Gen 3s here. Ammo availability becomes the problem, and the real issue ends up being is you're not going to be able to pick up the good stuff until level 4 on Mr. Peacekeeper. I think this is what obviously holds this weapon back. I actually need to buy some dollars and get 90 more rounds of this, I think. So we'll look to do that probably, but you're looking at $8 a round for this. As this compares, it's essentially the same as 855A1. Statistically, I don't know exactly where the balance is, but the AP ammo is very, very good. I just don't think you can run this with anything other than the AP ammo. M62, I just don't think is going to be able to get the job done. So again, as a later progression weapon, getting max traders and then swapping into this it might not be a bad choice if you're looking to mix your gameplay up a little bit. Again, we're going to test it out here. The other mitigating factor is you're only buying 90 rounds of this at one time, and of course, you can't buy it on the flea market. So that's pretty tough. I don't actually believe we should check the hideout. I don't think you can craft this either. I'm almost positive that you cannot, which is another big mitigating factor. If you could craft the AP ammo, and I want to just make sure I'm not incorrect in saying that. If you could craft the AP ammo, I think it's a different story. I think as Tarkov moves forward, they need to look at allowing a craft for each of the top tier ammos, even if it's expensive or takes a lot of time, because there has to be some availability. That is probably why you don't see a ton of these running around, for the sole fact that ammo just, again, ends up being a little bit harder to come by. What I do want to quickly do, I'm going to grab my spare set of ammo here. What I want to quickly do is just show you how the ergonomics gets hit if you end up throwing a 60 rounder in it. Down to 34. So you could definitely run a 60 rounder. I'm personally not going to. That's obviously the better one. You lose an additional 2 if you use the middle 60 rounder, if you will. We're going to keep it with the 30 rounders, and hopefully that gets it done. And again, we've got a second version here that we'll run over, probably do some woods with. So that's how we're sitting. We're going to give it a test. We'll go get into some PvP. We'll see how she does. See you in the raid. All right, customs is up here first. We're going to see. Let's see how this thing performs. Again, erg, not bad. I'm gonna just push up this them. Sorry, bud. What are you doing? Well, that's awkward. Like, listen, if you just run a pistol, like, I don't feel bad for you. I was literally behind that guy. We should be dead. Probably going to be dead. We are in trouble. That guy probably running AP-20s. That was the guy that was in 3-story that shot us. I feel like the ammo is still struggling. Now, I don't know how geared this dude was in front of us with the shotgun that we just killed. I'm gonna be healing here for a minute. Okay. What I don't know is what position this guy ended up taking. He threw a nade at us. Curious if he's trying to cover the body. Maybe he got into 2-story. Not sure if I would have heard him do that or not. If he came in the front, most likely not. We zeroed this guy's Karand. Good shots. Man, I wasn't sure if he saw me or not. GG's. I should have just laid it down. He definitely got a headshot, I'm pretty sure, on us. I also had some grenades I could have put over that way, make him move. Yeah, so we ended up getting the headshot on us. So we stomached. We got that clean headshot on that scav and then double thorax. This one felt like it took... This one I wasn't sure about. Unarmored, again, I feel like I probably peppered that guy, being so close. We probably hit some legs, we probably hit some arms. With his back turned, I'm not sure. This was clean. This one felt pretty good. I feel like we dropped this guy pretty fast, but he wasn't really super geared. I don't even recall what armor he was wearing. Maybe class 3, I'm not sure. This guy, we shot this guy, I feel like, a lot. Now granted, he's got class 5 armor on, but when I take a look and I think about the other alternate options here between 7.62 by 39 BP, even 5.45 with 8.55 A1 and an M4 platform, probably going to have slightly better recoil control with an HK or an M4 at this point with some of the recent buffs. And I feel like this is anecdotal because this is just my feeling, but I feel like 5.5 A1 would perform a little bit better than AP. So we did get 3 kills. We definitely like straight up won this fight. In a 60 rounder, probably we would still probably have taken as much damage, but we get that kill probably a lot cleaner had we done that, had we had those. So something can be considered. What's interesting is we do 1,031 body damage. Not sure how much we hit that guy at the end. 76 is absorbed through armor. So again, this was the Karund taking those impacts, and 25 total hits out of 114. So good little spread, good PvP. We certainly like that we got into some fights and very, very quick. Obviously would have liked to survive. And this guy's using 8.56. So that guy tore us up. I was thinking maybe AP rounds, but he hit us with full chats a whole bunch and zeroed some of our stuff out here. So we will grab our other one. We'll gear up, and I think we're going to try woods. See you over there. All right, we should be early morning woods here for our second raid. So we can probably push some fast PvP if we push across here. We're gonna hit the car though, because you know, violate keycard during weapon testing would be pretty broken. A lot of fighting. That's a lot of fighting. There he is. He got shot at. So this is tough for me because I do need capturing outpost kills, and I feel like there's usually a decent bit of PvP we can get ourselves into here. Like, again, I didn't hit headshots. Why did it take so long to freaking kill that guy? What the actual hell? I don't know about this gun. It is fun. I should say this up front here. I'm hoping that this guy rolls over here too. I should do is pick up this guy's gun. This guy's a PMC. Not bad. Okay, so killed 2 players. Got the headshot on that first guy. As he moved down, we thoraxed this guy. Again, this one felt like it just took a little too long on the unarmored target. We ended up tagging that first guy probably a few times in the armor, and we punch out 306 total damage. Obviously, we killed that scab as well. So I decided, as we were loading out of that raid, I did want to take a quick look to see how AP actually stacked up against 5.56. I think I said 5.45 earlier. I apologize. 5.56 ammo, like we're seeing 8.55A1. AP and 8.55A1 are almost exactly equivalent. So for 8.55A1, which is arguably the best upper mid-tier ammo for your M4s, your HKs, your 8Rs, this is getting 46 damage and 45 pen. AP here, what we've been using to run this, is 51 damage, 45 penetration. So very, very similar. A few additional points of damage. Other than that, pretty close the same. They have a slightly 4% different frag chance. Armor damage is a little bit better, 65 with the AP compared to 52 on the 5.5A1, and then 38% ricochet chance to a 10% ricochet chance. You do have a significantly reduced ricochet chance running the AP, which is an interesting look. So figured I would share that as well. Here's my thoughts on the gun, and a couple of other things to kind of take into consideration. One, AP rounds actually have a pretty significant debuff when it comes to recoil. So we're getting 10 additional points of recoil, as well as some additional durability burn. If we take a look again at a almost identical round for a very, very similar platform in 8.55A1, you're getting an accuracy reduction, but not a straight recoil pump. Only +5 here though, so it's really difficult to kind of, it's easy and difficult at the same time to compare. What I would tell you is, in my opinion, 8.55A1 is probably a little bit more accessible. Multiple traders sell it. Skier sells it for actual rubles once you get high enough. You don't get as much of a recoil bump, which then therefore I think makes M4s and HKs feel much better than they used to. They're still not back to the absolute insane meta that they were a few wipes ago, but it feels really usable this wipe. I like the MCX. I think the 300 Blackout here is a really fun gun. Recoil control, you saw me do a 30-round spray there crouched at the end. The pattern's not too bad. I think it's really controllable. I just don't know that the ammo sticks up to what it needs to be. I think if it was to have somewhere to sit in between like 8.55A1 and like 9.95, get a few additional points of damage. I don't know if it needs any more pen. Just bump it up a little bit more. and then make something else closer to 855A1, like the M62, that I think would feel a little bit more comfortable running as like a mid-tier ammo prior to getting to AP. I think you'd see this gun a lot more. Again, the barter trade's not bad. Once we've gotten into the flea here, $94,000 for the rifle is kind of expensive. The problem with M62, it's 54 damage and 34 pen with a 20% frag and 40 armor damage. It just probably is not getting through upper tier armors like you would need it to. The extra few points of damage is nice, but it's literally only 3. And you're sacrificing 11 points of penetration. So I think probably some workarounds with that, I think, and it also makes sense why the AP struggled against that guy in that customs raid with the Corund, and we had to zero it out. We had to get a lot of hits in order to put enough damage through on that armor. So like I said, fun gun. I'm actually pretty surprised with how good the recoil control felt. Me personally, having run this woods raid and getting a few decently ranged shots, I think this is a CQB mid-range gun. Probably customs, interchange, and a few maps like that. Throw a red dot, whatever your preferred optic is. It did feel a little rough with the vortex. I do think you could probably reach out and hit something, but we really didn't get a chance to see the bullet drop, and I don't know what the drop off in damage is going to be. I did not consult the chart, so that's something to take into consideration. But if you have the availability and you're looking for something else to give a run to, you're max traders and you're just wanting to have fun PvP, give this a try. It definitely can kill folks. That's without a doubt. You saw it. We were able to get 3 dudes killed on customs, 2 guys here on woods. So we got some solid PvP. Like I said, I would just maybe consider there are still better options out there, and I don't think it's the gun at this point. I think it ends up being the ammo and some of the ammo balancing. So let me know if you've run it. Let me know what you think down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this weapon testing. Going to continue to try to do some of these. We're obviously max traders. We're level 49, so we're getting close to Kappa. So hopefully once we hit that point, I want to get back into the barters and see what else is available. That series ended up going really good, so I want to fold that into this. But let me know if there's other weapons you want me to try out, even if it's something that I ran before. It was really fun to give this 300 Blackout a go, and we'll look to see what else we can take for a spin here. So really quick, like, comment, subscribe. You know how YouTube works. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for clicking on this one. I'm gonna throw some socials at you as well: Twitter, Twitch, Discord, TikTok. All that stuff is in the description below, all the links. Give us some follows. Check us out live. We stream over on Twitch, like I said, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday around 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then randomly throughout the week when we can. So if you want to come hang out, ask us any questions, more than happy to help. Any Tarkov related content and questions you might have, as well as maybe run some raids and have some good times. So be sure to pop over there. All that being said, I am Doc. We are the Average Gamer Guys. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next weapon testing video. Peace.